Hey you guys, thanks for tuning in to another writing lesson. Okay, so today I've got a new book to read to you. It's called Reptiles. But before we start reading about this, what are some things that you think you might learn in this book? Go ahead and pause me while you tell somebody that's nearby or think it to yourself. Okay, well, here we go. We're going to read just the first 4 chapters of this book today. Let's take a look and see in the table of contents what those 4 chapters are. Okay, so I'm going to read about radical reptiles, talking about turtles, cagey crocs, slithering snakes, and lizards. All right. Radical reptiles. Chapter 1. They are cold-blooded crawlers with tough skin and a backbone. Reptiles are among the most adaptable creatures on Earth. Now that sentence had 2 words that were in bold. If you see words in bold like that and you don't know what that word means, you can flip back to the glossary in the back of the book. First word that was in bold was reptiles. So if we flip back here, reptiles, cold-blooded animals that crawl across the ground or creep on short legs. Okay. Adaptable. What's adaptable? Able to change over time to accommodate a situation. Okay. While most live on land, some prefer the water. They display a dizzying variety of self-defense capabilities, and some are among the most feared predators on Earth. What reptiles have really mastered is the art of pacing themselves. Here's a little section down here. It says, chilling out. Reptiles are ectothermic, which means that they depend on the sun for warmth and shade or water for cooling off. This also means that they don't need to constantly eat in order to produce energy to stay warm. This caption over here says Galapagos tortoises have 2 speeds, slow and stop. What they lack in quickness, they make up for in longevity. They can live to be more than 100 years old because they were hunted as a food source for sailors in centuries past. Because they were hunted as a food source for sailors in centuries past, they are now an endangered species. Here's a caption over here. It says, radical reptiles found nowhere else on Earth besides the Galapagos Islands in the Pacific Ocean. The Galapagos tortoise look and behave differently based on which island they live on. This diversity shows how tortoises, reptiles, and animals in general can adapt to their specific habitat. It says there are 4 major classes of living reptiles. Within these 4 groups, there are many smaller divisions of species. While they may have slightly different habitats, diets, and survival skills, they are all reptiles. So types of reptiles, we've got turtles and tortoises, crocodilians, snakes and lizards, and tuartas. Reptiles generally live in warmer environments. They can live in or near oceans, rivers, swamps, jungles, and even deserts. Here's the reptile range. It says reptiles can be found on every continent on Earth, except for Antarctica. It is too cold for reptiles to survive in Antarctica. Chapter 2, talking about turtles. Turtles and tortoises have a bony shell. Some species live on land while others prefer the water. Some eat plants while others eat animals. All turtles and tortoises lay eggs and usually bury the eggs to protect them from predators until they hatch. Unlike land-based tortoises and turtles, sea turtles have large front flippers for swimming. Even though they breathe air like we do, sea turtles can stay beneath the surface for long stretches of time. The shells of turtles and tortoises are used as protection against predators. They pull their heads as well as their legs or flippers inside the shell when they feel threatened. Instead of teeth, turtles and tortoises have hard-edged jaws that cut the plants or animals they eat. Cagey crocs, Chapter 3. Crocodilians are the largest and most dangerous types of reptiles. The crocodilian family includes crocodiles, alligators, caimans, and gharials. That's a new one to me. They're all carnivores with incredibly powerful jaws. They all lay eggs and spend long days sunning themselves in between their meals. Radical reptiles. Saltwater crocodiles are the only crocodilian reptile known to inhabit the open ocean. They've been spotted hundreds of miles from shore. Wow. This over here says the saltwater crocodile is the largest of all crocodilians. They can grow to be 23 feet long and weigh more than a ton. That's incredible. Says patient hunters, crocodilians attacked with incredible ferocity. They can kill and eat mammals as large as horses or cattle. But once they succeed in getting a meal, they won't need another for weeks or even months. Due to humans moving into their habitat, gharials or fish-eating crocodiles are now an endangered species. They are found in the wild only in parts of India and Nepal. They are identifiable by their long, narrow snouts. This says American alligator. Like all reptiles, crocodilians have adapted to their habitat. The nostrils atop their snout allows them to breathe while they hide underwater looking for prey on the shore. That's what that arrow is pointing at. All right, Chapter 4, Slithering Snakes. Mysterious and exotic, snakes and lizards make many people uncomfortable. Their appearance, habitat, and behaviors vary, but they all have scaly skin, which they shed as they grow. They have also developed special features to use in their habitats for defense against predators or to help them hunt for prey. It says no need to blink. Snakes never close their eyes. Instead of movable eyelids, they have a special clear lens that keeps their eyes moist and protected. Perhaps no single species of reptile has as many survival tricks up its scaly sleeve as the chameleon. When hunting for insects to eat, chameleons make up for a lack of quickness by using an incredibly long, sticky tongue, which they throw to catch prey in a heartbeat, like a retractable no-pest strip. And to avoid predators, chameleons not only change colors to camouflage themselves, but their eyes rotate and focus separately from each other. This lets them see forward, backward, and side to side at any moment.